The other day, somebody asked me, why are so many people still broke? But people seem to be working harder, more hours, putting more effort in on the jobs and still can't get ahead. And the honest fact about it is that all this hard working and company growth and all this shit, most of the time does not go to the working class person. And a lot of these increases, which is just the real deal, a lot of shit cost a lot more than it did, but there hasn't been a steady growth in how much pay costs. And then, let's not talk about the type of jobs that you can get that are available. Like I've spoke about in several videos, how you go to certain parts of the country. I've been around different parts of the country and certain jobs are in where you can guarantee get a job, but you come out to certain areas, like people say, well, why do you do security here? Well, that's the industry that I can fit in, that I can step into. Florida, it was insurance, Georgia, it would have been governmental work. And how people, depending on where they place, may be not set for aptitude or be able to hop and get those positions, but still the pay is going up. The pay is going up. The pay is going up. And then everything nowadays, which is, it is what it is hid behind a paywall. You want to get into the tech industry? Well, you don't have to have a degree, but there is training, certifications, and shit you got to learn to do. And you got to learn to do that in congruency of trying to keep your job, pay your bills, and do, all of your other stuff that you got. Some people at the thought of trying to change careers, they feel like, hey, I just don't have the time and never take action. Then if you're like me, where, I create content, I work, and trying to do everything else, learn new skills, a lot of people, it can burn them out after a while. But that's why they say you should always pick something that you like to do, because on the journey, you're going to have ups and downs. You might as well be doing this or going after something that you find worthwhile and that you actually like and give a shit. The answer to that is right in our face. Why are people working and still broke? Because prices on things are going up. Barriers to do certain things are going up. It takes 12 steps sometimes just to purchase a damn hot dog at a 7-Eleven. You'll notice how things are getting more complicated, more detailed, versus you just went and flicked a quarter on the counter and you walked out with your pop. Because if you really look at it, not only are we having to do more, pay more, we're having to do more for simple tasks, which also takes a tax. So not only are the prices up, your pay is down. To do some of the same things that you could do 10 years ago, have 10 more steps to do it. Kind of like your ass is paying around the block. I might keep it old school. I walk in there on that counter and slap $1 down on the counter and let's do this transaction old school. I don't have time for all these buttons and points and switching and all this shit. And like somebody having a medical emergency and needing to get something to eat and they're asking them, do you want to enter your phone number for points? Which is cool. I get it. I get the gist of it. But, I just be thinking about this shit. Somebody leaned over the counter, can barely breathe, and trying to enter their 7-Eleven points number in so they can save. And what the hell can we do? I'm not saying this is the only solution, but I learned to start saying no to some of the shit. I feel like we've been pushed into a holding value on a lot of shit and spending money doing and how we should be spending our off days and our time, which are in waste, that are enriching other people and not enriching ourselves. And it's like, you don't have to go out to the club on your off day. You could keep that money in your house and get you a little bottle of something and get on your back patio and vibe out. Like, I continue to be pulled in. I think the only way of undoing the being broke and still working hard is actually getting something from your extra work and what you do. We often get a come up and go give it right back. Get your come up and hold it back. Get your come up and hold it back. Yeah, enjoy a little bit here and there, but mostly get it back for you.